Well, that's all relative, isn't it? As usual, I always recommend test driving everything in the segment before you make a decision on buying something. But I will say this, that Mercedes-Benz is an innovator in every segment, and the GLC is definitely an innovator and a game changer right here. One of my favorite features is this augmented reality navigation system as a part of the multimedia package. As you approach your next turn, it will tell you and show you on the camera. So you'll see the arrow pointing there. It's awesome. Depending on what you value. So if you go for the GLC 43, you obviously want more power, but a fully loaded GLC 300 like this can reach over $61,000, which is more than the cost of a GLC 43 AMG. Just saying. Pricing for the rear-wheel drive GLC 300 starts at $42,500. The all-wheel drive starts at $44,500, and then the GLC 63 can go above $73,000. This, as tested, is above $61,000. Power comes from a 2-liter 4-cylinder turbo engine making 255 horsepower and 273 pound-feet of torque, and that's mated to a 9-speed automatic transmission. I personally would go for the GLC 43 making 385 horsepower. 0 to 60 comes in at 6.1 seconds with a top speed of 130 miles an hour. I don't think people shopping in this segment really care about those figures, but it's pretty sufficient to really let yourself loose once in a while if you want to. Drive modes can be switched through this toggle here, and your choices include Eco, Comfort, Sport, Sport Plus, and Individual. Individual is where you can customize various settings of the car the way you want it to be. This segment is loaded with choices. So you have the Acura RDX, Audi Q5, Alfa Romeo Stelvio, BMW X3, Cadillac XT5, Infiniti QX50, Lexus NX, Porsche Macan, Volvo XC60, and the Mercedes-Benz GLC 300. You have your choice. Fuel economy for the GLC 300 4MATIC comes in at 21 city, 28 highway. You have a 17.4 gallon tank capacity. Over the course of 4 days of driving this, I'm averaging 22.6 miles a gallon, so that's pretty good. Gonna be honest with you, I was never really a fan of the old GLC, but the new one, 2020 model year, looks really nice. Very bold, nice balance of luxury and elegance and athleticism. Love the redesign. It's one of my favorite looking options in this segment. The LED lighting package costs $800. Those are the headlamps with the indicators turned on, and the easiest way to tell a new GLC apart from the old GLC is to look at the taillights. Love the design. There they are with the indicators on. Let's pop the trunk. So you got 19.4 cubic feet with the rear seats in user position, quite a lot of bit of space. Then you have a mechanical release button for each side, and it opens up to 56.5 cubic feet of space. Picking a color for your GLC can get very expensive. The only two colors that don't cost anything are black and white. The color seen here, iridium silver, I hope that's how you say it, costs $720. And then if you go for Designo colors, that's how I say Designo, you're looking at $2,020. The interior of the GLC is where you will notice most of the upgrades. It's a very nice place to be. Benz is all about luxury, precision, and quality, and that's definitely apparent in the new GLC 300. Absolutely love it. For an extra $750, you can get a 12.3-inch digital cluster display. Really quick, on the right side, you can just circle through some options here, and then you have the center where you can display assistance, service, trip, navigation, and a bunch of other things. You have 3 designs you can pick from here: Sport, Classic, Progressive. I like Sport the best, and everything is controlled through that section of the steering wheel. The coolest thing by far about the 2020 GLC is the standard MBUX infotainment system. It is crazy that this infotainment comes as standard option in the new GLC. You can control it through the steering wheel. You can control it through the touchpad. You can control it just by touching the screen, or you can say, "Hey, Mercedes-Benz.
What would you like to do?"
It's a very easy system to use once you get the hang of it. There are a couple of main screens. You have phone, navigation, radio, media, comfort, info, Mercedes-Benz apps, and settings. Those are your few... Oh, there she goes. The reason I'm not saying the first half of this legendary brand's name is because every time I do, there's some awesome new tech in here that becomes activated. For example, Mercedes-Benz. You can't say it. You can't. So yeah, you can never say the M word in this car because it'll always activate your assistant. But yeah, once you get the hang of it, it's a very, very easy system, very smooth. I love the display. It is amazing. And this is standard. I still can't believe it. So let's try some of the things that she can do. Let's say, hey Mercedes-Benz, turn on my heated seats.
I'm switching on the seat heating.
Coolest thing is she recognized that I said that from the driver's side. So if I lean over to the passenger side and say, hey Mercedes, turn on my heated seats, she will turn on
the seat heating.
the passenger side one. That's amazing. Let's try a few other things. Hey Mercedes, change the temperature to 76 degrees.
I'm setting the temperature on the driver's side to 70.
Hey Mercedes, turn on my heated steering wheel.
How may I help you? Okay, I'm switching on the steering wheel heating.
Hey Mercedes, what's the weather tomorrow?
There will be partly cloudy skies with a high of 50 degrees and a low of 32 degrees in the current location tomorrow.
Here is the ambient lighting throughout the car. Let's change the color. Hey Mercedes,
How may I help you?
change the ambient lighting to red.
Okay, I'm changing the color.
That is so cool. And my favorite, hey Mercedes,
How may I help you?
tell me a joke.
Sorry, my engineers were German.
Haha, my engineers were German. That's great. Camera-wise, you have a 360 and a reverse camera right there. Then you have a wide-angle reverse, 360 view with views of each side, front angle, and wide-angle front. Pretty nice. For an extra $850, you can upgrade to the Burmester sound system. It looks really nice, and it sounds even nicer. If you're into having good sound in your car, I highly recommend paying the extra $850. I love the new steering from Mercedes-Benz. The left side controls the 12.3-inch digital cluster display in the middle, and then the right side controls the infotainment system. And if you want heated steering, you're looking at an extra $250. You can get a wireless charger for an extra $200 located right there. My only issue is when you have drinks in there, you can no longer get it unless you take the drink out. The seats are very comfortable front and back. The color you see here is AMG Cranberry Red Real Leather option, and that's $1,620. Designo Leather will run you $3,800, or you can just go for MBUX for $0. Heated front seats are standard on the 2020 GLC. If you want cooled seats, you have to pay an extra $450. And if you want your rear passengers to be comfortable, heated rear seats are $580. Rear passengers get 37.3 inches of legroom. I'm 6 foot tall. That's my seating position. That's how much legroom I have. It's not bad. Pretty roomy. I like it. It's pretty dope. Nice sky roof. Door open and close sound from the outside and from the inside. Pretty solid. Here's how the horn sounds in the GLC 300. Pretty solid. I would most certainly buy this over its rivals. I think the segment itself is so congested with many options, but Mercedes-Benz stands out with standard heated seats, standard MBUX infotainment system, which is amazing. So yeah, the pricing can really get up there, but it's mostly just like packages like the AMG package, the sound system, and things like that. But standard heated seats, standard MBUX system for $44,500 for the 4MATIC model is pretty damn good. Popping it into Sport and Sport Plus mode doesn't really make that much of a difference. The steering wheel doesn't get tighter. It shifts at higher RPMs. It's a little bit more dynamic, but that's about it. If you want something faster, GLC 43, GLC 63, people shopping in this segment don't really care about performance. My top picks for this segment, the GLC 300 is definitely up there, if not number one. Acura RDX, Audi Q5, BMW X3, Volvo XC60. If I was shopping in this segment, I would test drive all of those.